afternoon, East Tipp Middle School. Welcome to another episode of East Tipp News Friday Edition. I'm Kayla Doyle.
And I'm Molly Page.
In today's show, we'll examine an East Tipp winter tradition called the Feast. We'll find out how long the LEGO teams did at state competition. We'll take our cameras to the hallways to play a game with some East Tipp students. We'll find why FCCLA members were babysitting, and we'll finish out with a look at what it takes to be an East Tipp cheerleader.
Christmas is almost upon us, and people love to celebrate the holiday in many different ways. Here at East Tipp, families enjoy taking part in a holiday tradition called the Winter Feast. Quite a bit of work went into planning and pulling off this impressive event. Our news team went behind the scenes to see how it all came together. Natalie Boyer has the story on our first segment for you this afternoon.
On Saturday, December 8th, Mrs. Fallis and the East Tipp Band held their annual Winter Feast in the gym. However, most people in attendance thought the gym felt less like an athletic facility and more like a winter wonderland. East Tipp students involved in band spent Friday evening preparing the gym for the show, stringing lights from the ceiling, setting up backdrops, and organizing tables for the dinner. The show took place on Saturday night. The evening began with an incredible 5-course meal served by members of Mrs. Fallis' band. As the evening progressed, the 6th, 7th, and 8th grade bands performed, and even the jazz band chimed in as well. All of the bands performed holiday-themed songs, getting the audience into the Christmas spirit. The evening concluded with a special performance of Auld Lang Syne by all the bands. In the end, the Winter Feast was loved by all, and it was the perfect way to get into the holiday spirit. Our news team had a chance to discuss this special evening with the woman behind it all, Mrs. Fallis. Let's take a look at the interview.
Hi, I'm Cameron Robinson here with Mrs. Fallis, and I'm going to talk to her about the Winter Feast. So, what did you think how well did we do at the Winter Feast?
I thought the Winter Feast was fabulous. All of our students performed very well. The music was great. The service was terrific. Our students acted mature and responsible, and it was really nice to watch them work and watch their improvement over the weeks and do just a really great job.
What did we have to do? What did you have to do to prepare for the feast?
Well, there's a lot of things we do in advance. We order all of our rental supplies like our china and silverware and dishes, that sort of thing. And we make a plan for finishing the gym, and we have lots of parent volunteers who sign up early. And then Friday night before the feast, we start about 4 o'clock, and we try to transform the gym into this beautiful restaurant. And I think we manage to accomplish that every year, and I think this year was exceptionally nice.
What kind of feedback did you get?
Parents loved it. I got nice emails, and I had cards from grandparents, and people sent me notes about what a terrific job all the students did and how beautiful the gym was. So that's always nice to have that kind of feedback. I feel good about it, but when other people notice how nice it is, it makes it feel really special.
Do you plan on doing anything different next year?
We try to come up with a different menu every year, so we're never serving the same thing 2 years in a row, and we always try to come up with a different color scheme every year, and then that includes, of course, our backdrop, and some of our lighting will change too, depending on what we decide our color scheme is going to be.
And with the 8th grade, you had a little skit that involved Mr. Buss and Mr. Springs. How did that come up?
It was very funny. We have a piece of music called A Crazy Mixed Up Christmas Concert, and it sounds like the kids are trying to play like 3 or 4 Christmas carols at one time, and there's a little skit involved with it, and the director is supposed to act frustrated that they're not all playing the same thing at the same time. And so the students decided it would be a lot of fun if in that portion of the skit where I'm supposed to be frustrated, if I say I give up and we invite Mr. Buss up. And he was there on the Saturday night show. He was completely unaware that we were even going to call him up. So I just turned to the audience and said, Mr. Buss, I need you up here. If you can help us, that would be really great. And so he very kindly came up and conducted the end of the piece with the 8th grade. And then Sunday night, Mr. Springs was there, so we picked on Mr. Springs on Sunday night, and he conducted the end of the piece. And it was a lot of fun. We enjoyed it.
For your East Tipp News team, this has been Natalie Boyer, signing off.
East Tipp Middle School is very proud of the LEGO League members. Recently, 3 out of 4 teams qualified to advance through regionals to the state competition in Fort Wayne last weekend. What was it like to go to state, and how did our teams do? East Tipp News reporter Jacob Shorts has the scoop on LEGO League for you, coming up next.
last Friday, you may have noticed some kids leaving school a little bit early. They weren't skipping class. 3 of our East Tip LEGO League teams advanced through regional competition and were invited to compete at state level. The LEGO League team members left school last Friday around 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Parents of team members volunteered to carpool, driving team members all the way to Fort Wayne. The kids had a fun evening staying with their friends at Don Hall's guest house overnight and were prepared to compete early the next morning. Saturday morning, LEGO Leaguers delivered 3 presentations to the judges. They discussed their research, their core values, and the teamwork that went into preparing their projects. The following presentations, the team members prepared their robots to do their jobs. Each team started the competition with a practice run, followed by an official run. This process was repeated, and it was scored on task accuracy. Later in the day, the teams made their 3rd runs. At the conclusion of the competition, the awards were given. The 7th grade team won first place in teamwork in the entire state. The 8th grade team won a first place as well in the category of inspiration. I had a chance to talk with the LEGO League advisors, Mr. Springs and Miss B, getting their thoughts at the end of another season of competition. Let's take a look at the film.
Hello, I'm Jacob Schwartz with Mr. Springs and Miss B, and I'm just going to ask them a couple of questions about the LEGO League season. So, how did the teams do throughout the season?
Actually, we did pretty well. We did good at the regional at Purdue University, and we had 2 teams qualified there for the regional, the 8th grade and 7th grade. And then they called us later on and found out there was a mistake, and the 6th grade team actually qualified for state too. So we had 3 teams that went to state, which is very, very good.
And how did they perform at state?
Funny you should ask.
Oh, check it out.
The 7th grade team won first place in the state for inspiration.
Because they are inspiring.
They really are. I was just moved the entire season. The 8th grade team won first place in the entire state in teamwork because apparently they work better together than individually.
Yes.
It's true.
So what do you think?
I think
Jacob, you were a member of the 7th grade team.
How
You
did it
tell
feel
me
to go
how
to
did it
state?
Really good.
How did you enjoy going to state?
It was fun.
It was fun. That's it. That's all you're going to say?
Was it inspirational?
Not really.
For your East Tip News team, this has been Jacob Schwartz, signing off.
Our next feature coming up is designed to appeal to your inner child. When we were younger, many of us enjoyed passing the time with silly games. Everyone has their favorite, but all of us at one point or another remember playing a game called Truth or Dare. Next up, Little Beth Renteria and Tori Mullen take our cameras out to the hallways to find out if East Tip kids still know how to play.
We're here with Handle It and Lexi Red. And this is Truth or Dare. So, Truth or Dare.
At some point growing up, every one of us has played the game Truth or Dare. Our East Tip News team loves this game, and we thought it'd be fun to see how our students handle it. Tori Millen and I took the camera out into the hallway during homeroom last week, stopping random kids to ask them one simple question: Truth or Dare? Let's see what happened.
Dare. Truth. What? Dare. Truth. Dare. Okay, dare. Okay, I dare you to walk the chicken for like 10 seconds. Okay. And you have to make noises. Truth or dare? Okay. Dare.
Okay, I dare you to jump up and down 10 times and yell your name.
Okay. Door. I'm not even keeping count. I'm going with that's 10.
That's not 10.
And truth or dare?
Dare. I dare you to walk the weirdest way you can. Go. Okay.
Dare.
Okay. Squat on the ground and cluck like a chicken.
Cluck.
And
Truth or dare? Dare. Okay, I dare you to grab your foot and jump over it like a jump rope. Hey, watch. How do you do that? You said so.
Choose a dare.
Dare.
I dare you to sing part of Call Me Maybe.
Oh gosh. You're threw a wish in the well. Don't ask me, I'll never tell. I looked at you as it fell, and now you're in my way.
Choose a dare.
Dare.
I dare you to do the best dance that you can do.
Okay, then we'll both get this. There we go.
Okay.
For your East Tipp News team, this has been Lily Beth Renteria signing off.
So middle school students take jobs to earn extra money, and one of the more common jobs teenagers take part in is babysitting. The members of FCCLA, however, decided to take babysitting to the next level and make an evening of it. As an act of kindness to the community, FCCLA volunteered to babysit for local children this holiday season. Tori Mullen has a story coming up next.
When most people think of babysitting, they think of watching one or two kids. Not Mrs. Crumb. She decided to take responsibility for almost 40 small children. On Monday, December 10th, the members of FCCLA held a babysitting night for local children. This was a first-time event for East Tipp Middle School. The evening was planned as a service to East Tipp families, giving parents time to do a little holiday shopping while their children were given fun activities to do. The function was open to children from toddler age all the way up to 5th graders. There were many different activities designed to keep these little kids busy. Children could watch a movie and grab a snack in the fax room with Mrs. Crumb. Kids could play games and sports in the gym with Mrs. Crumb's husband, and participants were even allowed to finger paint and make crafts in the art room with Mr. Hobaugh. In the end, quite a few East Tipp families decided to participate in the evening, some of them even showing up unannounced at the last minute. There turned out to be an equal number of students helping out and children needing to be watched, so it all worked out fine for the members of FCCLA. After the evening wrapped up, our news team had a chance to interview Mrs. Crumb about babysitting night, getting her thoughts on how the event went. Let's see what she had to say.
Hi, I'm Natalie Boyer, and I'm here with Mrs. Crumb to talk about the FCCLA babysitting night. So how did the babysitting night go?
Went awesome. We had a lot of kids here on Monday night from Hershey Elementary. We had about 39 kids aging and ranged from 10 months to 5th grade. So we had a lot of kids. It was very loud, very busy, but lots of fun.
What kinds of activities did the kids do?
Well, from 5 to 6, we were in the classroom. We had snacks. We did homework help for the older kids. We did some coloring activity, Legos. It's always a hit. And then at 6 o'clock, we went into the gym. And my husband, thank goodness for him, he organized a bunch of relay races and burned off a lot of energy with the FCCLA kids and also the little ones, too.
Do you plan on doing this again next year?
Absolutely. It was a big hit. I forgot to mention that Mr. Hobaugh, we are very appreciative of him opening up his art room in the art club, and they helped the kids do Christmas ornaments and finger painting, so we were really thankful for him and his generosity. So next year we plan to kind of work together to make it an even bigger event. I think now that parents have the word out in the community, they'll definitely want to take advantage of the free babysitting opportunity during the holiday time. So,
okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
For your East Tipp News team, this has been Tori Mullen, signing off.
East Tipp students enjoy going to athletic events throughout the year. As you know, these events can be pretty loud. However, one group that attends these events is louder than all others. In fact, it's their job to be loud. Obviously, we're talking about cheerleading. East Tipp News reporter Megan Polans has our next feature, examining the ladies behind East Tipp school spirit.
Hi, it's Megan Polans
and Lexi Gephardt,
and we're here with McKenna Thompson and Sophie Boyer. So, I don't know what to do.
Your East Tipp cheerleaders have been cheering on our athletes to victory since football players first took the field. If you've had a chance to go to any of the athletic events you have seen these ladies in action. Practices began in August as the school year began, and the cheerleaders have been working hard ever since. The members of the 7th grade cheer team include Kinsey Ely, Kenna Thompson, Allie Rainey, Grayson Purdue, Sophie Boyer, Kayla Doyle, Kylie Copen, Abby Darling, Harley Shove, and Kylie Marshall. The team also have a strong returning 8th graders. Casey Walshlock, Lexi Harris, Samantha Coffin, Amanda Hensman, Ryan Waringa, Haley Pettit, Elena Baker, Maddie Campbell, and Lauren Haywood. The coaches for this season are Gina Marshall, Aaron Purdue, and Carrie Hart. The cheerleaders are busy preparing for some upcoming performances. The girls will take part in the upcoming school talent show, and they'll be appearing in the Boiler Bash cheer competition in the month of January. I had a chance to speak with some of the ladies and their coaches after a halftime show of the recent boys basketball game. Let's take a look at the film and see why the cheerleaders do what they do.
Megan Pullins and Lexi Gephardt, and we're here with McKenna Thompson and Sophie Boyer. So why did you guys join cheer?
I just thought it'd be really fun to hang out with my friends and cheer on the boys at the games.
I thought it would be fun is because I used to do cheerleading and I really enjoyed it then, so that's why I tried out for the team.
And how long on average does it take to learn a cheer?
It takes about like a few minutes, like 7 probably at the most. It's pretty easy, you get it down really fast.
This is Megan Pullins and Lexi Gephardt, here with Lexi Harris and Ryan Waringa. So why did you guys join cheer?
Well, I joined it because I did cheer last year, and I love stunting and tumbling.
I joined this year because I did it last year and I enjoyed it. And I did competitive cheer and I enjoyed that a lot, so this year I decided to join again too.
So how long does it take you guys to learn your cheers?
Not very long,
Like
5 minutes.
5 minutes.
So what are some of the hardest cheers you guys have had to learn?
Probably HUSTLE.
Hustle.
Yeah.
I'm Cameron Robinson, here with cheer coaches Mrs. Marshall and Mrs. Purdue. So this is your first year coaching cheer. So how do you think this season's been?
The season's been great so far. We have 10 7th graders and 10 8th graders, and they've all done a really great job. They've done lots of cheers and have performed well.
What's your favorite part about being a cheer coach?
When we finally see it all come together. They finally perform, they all look great, and then we think, okay, great job. You should see that.
And what's your least favorite part?
Disciplining them.
Yes.
Trying to get 20 girls to pay attention.
And listen.
It's almost impossible.
For your East Tip News team, this has been Megan Pullins signing off.
That's all for today, folks. We hope you've enjoyed today's episode of East Tip News Friday edition. This has been Molly Page
and Kayla Doyle.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Have a great weekend, and we'll see you next week.